for Kolar, ranks 8th in the Big Ten. And he's going to take on a Bowling Green lineup that, as Joe mentioned, likes to play small ball, but there are a couple of guys in here batting better than 300. They can hit it. That's their best attribute, hitting.
Yeah, you know, they're coming in, like I said, hitting 287. They have a veteran lineup. 8 of the 9 people in the lineup are juniors or seniors. Our leadoff guy here is their true freshman, is their only freshman or underclassman in the lineup for Bowling Green.
And we are underway. Nathan Archer is in the lefty batter's box for the Falcons. And he taps that foul. It's a ball and a strike. That's a whole bunch of veterans on this Falcons team. As a group, they hit 287. And you can see Nathan Archer's having an outstanding freshman campaign. He's batting near 400 over the last month. He's really figured it out. Ball and a strike as Kolar deals, and Archer tries to bunt. It's strike 2.
And that's part of Archer's game. He can hurt you a lot of ways. You know, he's hitting 321 overall, had 7 home runs. He's 18 for 25 in stolen bases. You can't ask any more out of a true freshman.
Kolar's 1-2, went to the curveball. He loves that pitch. Josh Kuroda-Grauer ranging to his right, makes it look easy. And there's the first out of the ball game.
Really nice job by Rutgers defense. Again, one of the Big Ten leaders in defense. And KG went up the middle there, backhanded it, made it look easy.
The shortstop.
That's been an outstanding season for Rutgers. A 37-12 overall record. They still lead the Big Ten with a 16-5 mark. And one reason why is their defense. Take a look at the alignment in a sec. Everybody across the field is among the Big Ten's best at their position. As Ryan Johnston swings at the first pitch, Tony Santamaria throws it over the head of the first baseman. It's going to be an error. Just praising the fielding. Santamaria had to range to his left and looked like he just airmailed it.
Yeah, he kind of dropped his elbow on that. Had a little bit more time than I think when he looked. He kind of peeked and had some time to set his feet and make a firm throw. He kind of flipped it over there and got away from him.
So that's Ryan Johnston, Bowling Green's senior shortstop, who reaches with 1 away. And that'll bring up Bowling Green's best hitter, Kyle Gurney.
Yeah, Gurney, impressive numbers, hitting 344 in the year. Hit 9 home runs. Big RBI guy, nice on-base percentage of 429.
That first pitch is a top-of-the-zone strike.
And we've seen Kolar all year. I mean, when he's going good, it's, you know, he's going to have early contact. He's going to pitch to contact early and get his ground balls. He's gotten 2 of them so far, and he's able to jump ahead here as a 3-hitter in 0-1.
So the defensive alignment, Rutgers very strong behind Kolar. And goes off speed there for the swinging strike 2.
You know, Kolar will feature a mix here. You know, has a upper 80s, low 90s fastball, but has a plush changeup. Can kind of fiddle around with a good curveball, 12-6 curveball. Also has a slider that'll mix in once in a while.
And keeping an eye on Johnston over at first. Johnston with 6 stolen bases on the season. And Kolar loves throwing the curveball for strike 3. What does he do here on 0-2? Another throw over. And I think already we're seeing the strategy for Rutgers pitching staff this weekend. Got to pay attention to first base.
Yep, they've been, you know, that's kind of been drilled in their heads all week leading up to this series, is that Bowling Green likes to run, and you need to do a good job of holding runners, and we've seen a couple quick picks.
0-2, there was the curveball, and it sets Gurney down to a knee, but just caught a piece.
And Kolar's mixed it around there. You know, he's kind of been up in the strike zone. He went away. He just came back in on Gurney there. He's pitched to both sides of the plate. He's been able to establish that real early in the game. All good signs for, you know, a solid outing.
Try the 0-2 once again. And it's a pitch out this time as Nick Samillo snaps it to first and Johnston is back in.
And I think that came from the bench. Sometimes early in the series you talk about scouting reports. You know, Coach Owens got with his staff, and sometimes you just like that, hey, we'll get ahead and we'll just pitch out and pick the first base just to show it, just to put something in the Bowling Green's players and their base runners' mind that, hey, this team likes to, you know, pick behind. It's all little mental games that kind of help slow down that running attack, not just putting it all on the catcher.
Jared Kolar got ahead quickly, but it's been 4 or 5 pickoffs of Johnston since. And now the 1-2 is looped in the air. Tracking in a foul ground. Burrito called off by Kuroda-Grauer, and the freshman gets there for the catch. There's 2 gone.
Nice job by KG going over there and taking control of that pop-up. You know, we talked about it so many times how Baton Field can be tricky. You know, we have no sun out today. It's all cloud cover. Have a little bit of the shifting winds, and that was going to be a tough play for Burrito because it was right up the chute. KG came over and made it look easy.
A humid day in Piscataway, nearly 80%, and just over 70 degrees as well. So 2 outs now, and that'll bring up Bowling Green's first baseman, Adam Furness. He's one of 5 lefties in the Falcons lineup.
Big, strong hitter. Furness is coming in, hitting .323. It's 14 doubles, 5 home runs on the year. Looking to try to find a gap right here for the Falcons.
And Bowling Green on the road at a ranked team and looking to get on the board. An error got Johnston on base as Kolar's first pitch misses.
Yeah, it looked like he went to a little changeup down and away there and missed it.
I mentioned Kolar's had a great season at Rutgers, a guy who came in as a grad transfer this year after 4 outstanding years at Division II Seton Hill. But just 2 innings against Maryland. And you see why he had success at Seton Hill, why he's had success this year. Great 12-6 curve, and there's strike 1.
Yeah, he just has, you know, he has the command of 4 pitches. I mean, there's a lot of times when you come out there and you see a guy with a, you know, a plus fastball, but, you know, where do you go once people start getting to your fastball? Kolar, you know, he can throw anything in the strike zone at any time.
Went back to the curve, but that time Furness wasn't interested.
He really does a good job of keeping hitters off balance. You know, you can't really just get in the box against Kolar and just say, hey, I'm going to sit dead red or I'm going to sit soft. He can attack you so many different ways.
He's fallen behind 2-1, and once again paying attention to Ryan Johnston over at first. For Kolar, it was 5 runs on 6 hits against Maryland. It took him 68 pitches to get through 2 innings. But he's also had some great starts here at home, as now Johnston is going, and that ball is set through the open hole on the right side. And Ryan Johnston goes first to third on the single by Adam Furness. Great execution by Bowling Green.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting there. Didn't try to do too much. KG was playing over in a 4-hole, closer to first base.
The center fielder.
Just kind of a routine ball up the middle that
Krauss
kind of got through, and the Falcons got first and third. 2 outs trying to get on the board early here in New Jersey.
You could see Kuroda Grauer emerge into your screen. That's how close he was to the first baseline. Now Rutgers had the lefty shifted to pull. And so it took Kuroda Grauer a long run. So runners on the corners, 2 outs. Here's Jack Krauss, and he's behind the changeup, strike 1.
Another nice tall lefty hitter in the lineup here, Krauss. He's coming in hitting .285. Has good foot speed, has 10 of 11 stolen bases, also their center fielder. He's looking for some contact up the middle.
Strike 1 pitch. Fastball now, 0-2. And Kolar once again mixing it up.
Looks like Krauss has a little bit of a pull focus swing there. He's KG and the Rutgers defense are kind of shifting him in that 4-hole a little bit. Burrito's kind of sneaking off the bag. He's kind of paying attention to the runner, but not so much.
Kolar looking for the put away, and he found it. Inside corner, 12-6 curve, strike 3.
That was impressive.
Abrahamowitz in the last 2 outings has been good. He's going to face a Rutgers lineup, though, that has been among the best in the country all season long. And it starts with Ryan Lasko at the top. First pitch, first hit of the series for Ryan Lasko, who has been dynamite. He could be the Big Ten Player of the Year this year.
Oh, yeah, Lasko's done it all. I mean, he's hitting .262. He's got.
And it doesn't hurt that the guy who is second in the Big Ten in hits and runs is right behind him in the order, Danny DiGiorgio.
Yeah, I mean, this lineup Rutgers has is stacked. I mean, DiGiorgio's, 376, Samilla's 393, Burrito 315. You don't get a break if you're a pitcher. You have to pitch to every batter in this lineup.
Abrahamowitz goes right into the stretch as this one's pulled down the left field line. Chase towards the corner. It's going to one-hop the fence. Lasko is already at third. There's the speed as he blazes home to score. Danny DiGiorgio has an early RBI double. Just like that, Rutgers leads 1-0.
Well, this is a start that Steve Owens and the Rutgers Scarlet Knights needed here in a non-conference series. They come out,
A rude welcome to the ball game for Andrew Abrahamowitz. And now Nick Samillo at the plate. And he clubs this one to left. It drives Fallon back to the fence. He looks up. It's gone.
Wow.
The Rutgers bats flex their muscle in the first. Nick Samillo clubs his 14th home run of the season. In the blink of an eye, it's 3-0 RU.
Yeah, Samillo got a first pitch fastball, hit it up in the beer gardens. Didn't miss that one. 3-0 Knights.
And now another guy who can jack. Chris Brito, 13 home runs, a Big Ten leading 62 RBI. And he fouls it back. Andrew Abrahamowitz gets a chance to catch his breath for a second. It's an 0-2 count.
Yeah, Brito did him a favor by taking a pitch.
And the righty deals. Chase and a miss, strike three. Abrahamowitz bounces back and strikes out one of the Big Ten's top power hitters. There's the first out of the inning. Here's Evan Slight. He takes ball one. It was a start on Saturday against Toledo. A 7-inning complete game, 1 run on 3 hits. He's given up just 6 hits over the last 14 innings he's worked, but he's given up 3 hits in this first inning.
Well, he came out in Bowling Green's philosophies, to kind of pitch to contact early. They did pitch to contact early, cost him 3 runs, but, he's kind of settled in here, has done a nice job with the off-speed. Again, he has a good fastball, but Rutgers came out ready to, kind of swing it.
2-1 to Slight, and again, it's off-speed, 2-2.
Slate coming in here in the 5-hole. He's hitting .310. He's got 7 home runs on the year.
The pitch from Abrahamowitz. And Slight gets under it. Well, lifts it high in the sky out to right. That's Nathan Archer circling around, makes the catch. And there's 2 outs. So 3 pitches, 3 runs for Rutgers, but now back-to-back outs for Andrew Abrahamowitz.
Yeah, Abrahamowitz did a really nice job. We've seen a lot of guys come in here and get off to the start that he got off to and, pitch himself into a mess. This guy's really did a nice job settling down with the off-speed and grabbed 2 quick outs.
That's how the Falcons line up behind Abrahamowitz. We talk about how Rutgers leads the Big Ten in fielding percentage. Bowling Green leads the MAC in fielding percentage as well. Both teams are top 50 in the country. Tony Santamaria at the plate, and he fouls it back. It's 1-1.
Well, the way both offenses are, we're going to need to have some defense this weekend. The pitching staffs are going to need it.
Yeah, that's for sure. Santamaria, 3rd in the Big Ten in RBI with those 54. Second year of college ball, but first year at Rutgers for Santamaria. Played last year at Iona. He's got more RBI this year than he had at-bats last year.
That's amazing. He's been really great find for Coach Owens and the Knights. A very athletic kid. I like his swing. It's really good bat speed, good foot speed. We saw him kick that ball in the first inning with a throw, but he's been, really solid defensively all year.
And hitters count 3-1. As he tops this over to short, Johnston ranges to his left, and that'll end the inning. So Abrahamowitz ends the first with 3 consecutive outs, but his first 3 pitches all get hit. A Lasko single, a DiGiorgio RBI double, pulled down the left field line to score the first run of the game. And then Nick Samillo, a 2-run blast to left, his 14th dinger of the season. We go to the second. Rutgers has a 3-0 lead. Last weekend at home of the season for Rutgers baseball, and the Scarlet Knights setting the tone early. 3 runs in their first time at the plate. And now Jared Kolar pitching with a lead as Nathan Rose shoots it high in the sky out to left. DiGiorgio called off by Slight. 1 pitch, 1 gone. And a nice start to the second inning for Jared Kolar, who allowed an error behind him, allowed a single in the first, but stranded both of those guys. Looks pretty good so far.
Yeah, just filling it up there. Looks like he's in total control, just, kind of free and easy, just throwing the ball in the strike zone and, letting Bowling Green put balls in play and his defense work.
So Rose is retired, and now a Purdue transfer, Justin Fugit, is at the plate. And he swings to the first pitch and skies it to right this time. Schiefhofer is there. Not a bad way to go about the second inning. 2 pitches, 2 outs.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of first pitch swings here out of both ball clubs. The Knights cashed in on 3 runs. Bowling Green hasn't cashed in on any as of now, but it's always a double edge. You go through the scouting report, and I'm sure that the scouting report on Kohler is he likes to fill it up, be ready to hit early in counts, but we're gonna. That's pitch 20 on the day. Kohler's got a good shot here to have 2 innings in less than 25 pitches, and that's going to extend his day.
And standing in his way is Tyler Haas. He's the senior catcher. That's low and away, 1-1. Maybe these guys took a peek at the radar right before we started the game, too. You mentioned how it's humid, it's very overcast. A chance of rain starting in about a half an hour here. Now, it's a brand new turf field, and who knows how bad it'll be, but chance of getting some of that basically all weekend long.
Yeah, I think we're going to, kind of dance through the raindrops all weekend. It's kind of has a weird feel to the ballpark today. Like I said, it's really overcast, and there's no sun and humid. Feels like it's going to, you're going to have a downpour any minute. And, everybody's seems to be ready to pull the trigger at the plate, swing the bat, which is a good thing for us.
Another 2-strike count, and Kolar gets strike 3 at the letters. Ending another inning with a K.
Yeah, nice job with Kolar. We saw that back-to-back innings, get ahead 0-2, and then just use that little flip curveball over the, right over the plate. Joe Cruz, home plate umpires, grabbing it, banging out the Bowling Green hitters.
First 40-win season in a long time for the Scarlet Knights. Great year for this program. They've been able to hit top to bottom. Josh Kroeger-Grauer has been a great addition to the lineup. He rolls this over to short, though, trying to dive around the throw, and Furness, in the end, holds the bag. It's a nice job by the Bowling Green first baseman. Kroeger-Grauer out.
Yeah.
Furness last year was on the All-MAC defensive team as the first baseman, and you saw it right there.
Yeah, it gives a really, tall kid, nice target to throw across the infield, too.
Richie Schiefhofer at the plate, and he takes low and away. It's 2-0.
Dom, you mentioned, when KG came up there, hit that first pitch ground ball, we had 7 of our 14 hitters with first pitch contact.
As now Schiefhofer lifts it high out to left. Fallon's got room, though. A bunch of fly balls off the bat of Rutgers hitters. At that time, it makes it a quick second out here in the second.
Yeah. He's got a chance to finish 2 innings here with under 25 pitches.
Now Jordan Sweeney. Rutgers has gotten all 9 guys to the plate over the first 2 innings. Sweeney's the DH today.
And Sweeney's had some really big at-bats this year for the Knights. Home runs versus Indiana, Iowa. He's done a nice job. He's hitting 264, respectable. He's got 8 home runs, only 120 at-bats. Pretty good year. So he's not your typical 9-hole guy. You got to be careful here. Just throw a fastball down, the pike. He'll run it into the beer garden.
1-2. He slaps it the other way, foul. Now Sweeney had 1 hit in the Maryland series. Appropriately, it was a home run.
That's what I'm talking about.
Abrahamowicz tries again, and it's tapped foul.
And Abrahamowicz has really done a nice job settling down. He's moving the ball now. He's got control of both sides of the plate. You mentioned he's coming in off of one of his career best starts, and shaky first 3 pitches, but he's kind of been able to go to pitching backwards. Those first 3, he gave up 3 runs on 3 fastballs. Now he's starting the Rutgers hitters off with his off speed, kind of working it that way. It seems to be a good plan.
2-2, and this one's jacked to right. Archer sprinting back towards the fence, staring at it, and it's gone! It's yet another home run for Jordan Sweeney. Second one of the day for the Scarlet Knights. They're in front 4-0.
Yeah, we told you, the Sweeney's dangerous. You know, he got him a fastball. Nice job by Sweeney. Stayed on that pitch on the outer half. Got that ball out in the duck ponds there over in the right field.
The pitch. That's a ball and a strike.
And again, an awkward day here. We really can't see the wind direction. We do seem to have some wind blowing out.
That's a fair ball inside the line, and Rose throws over to first. That'll end the inning. Abrahamowitz had retired 5 Scarlet Knights in a row, but Jordan Sweeney interrupts that run with the solo home run to right. 9th home run of the season for Sweeney as we go to the 3rd. Scarlet Knights now lead by 4. 3rd inning of play in Piscataway. Rutgers has 4 hits, has 4 runs, including a pair of home runs, and plenty of run support for Jared Kolar, who's tossed 2 scoreless so far. Facing 9-1-2 from Bowling Green, starting with their left fielder, Adam Fallon. Fallon, yet another guy in the Falcons lineup batting better than 300. He's behind on the changeup there, strike 2.
Yeah, Fallon, just like we talked about Sweeney, you know, he's dangerous down here in the 9-hole. He's coming in, hitting 311. (21 of 23 in stolen bases). So he gets on base, he makes it happen.
And he fouls off the curveball there. Stays a 2-strike count. Jared Kolar, 27 pitches so far. He's retired the last 4 batters he's faced. Righty from Pennsylvania, Latrobe, PA. The 0-2 ran in and hit him. Missed the fastball high and tight, and Fallon reaches base.
Yeah, just kind of grabbed that a little bit. He was just trying to go up and in to maybe go down and away next pitch, and just rode it up and caught him right between the back there, right on the top of the 3. We mentioned Fallon, the dangerous runner here. I mean, it's 4-0, but it's early, and Bowling Green needs to stay with their offensive plan, so you look for some action here.
That's the top of the order. Nathan Archer is at the plate for the 2nd time. And that's a healthy lead off first for Fallon. Not going, and the first pitch is swung on and missed. Breaking ball there, 2 from Kolar. Now over at first, Fallon has 21 stolen bases. That is 2nd most in the MAC. He's close to getting into the top 10 in the program's history for stolen bases in a single season. And a throw over. He was leaning, and he's out! Jared Kolar with the pickoff move. Adam Fallon was leaning towards 2nd base and couldn't get back to first quickly enough.
Yeah, no, he did get caught leaning like you said there, Dom. We can look this over there. Kolar did a good job, quick feed over there. Burrito grabbed it, applied the tag. Veteran umpire Tony Giussani banged him out.
That clears the bases now. And it's an 0-1 pitch to Archer. 1-1. Now I go back to Bowling Green's first base runner of the day, Ryan Johnston, and Kolar must have picked over with him 4 or 5 times during the next at-bat. They also had a pitch out during the at-bat, too.
Yeah, that was, that's definitely was in Rutgers' scouting report coming into this weekend, that they wanted to control the running game. They didn't want Bowling Green to build any momentum offensively with that, and have done a nice job controlling that, and was able to grab a, kind of a deflating, first out of this inning. So, again, Bowling Green coming in, and they've had their struggles this year, and so they've any kind of little bit of momentum that they've tried to build here in New Jersey early in this series has been foiled.
3-1. Swing and a miss. A couple of times Kolar has gotten behind and come back with something off speed. Looked like the changeup there.
Yeah, Kolar looks really good today. I mean, he looks like he can throw all 4 pitches whenever he wants for a strike.
Now a payoff. He buried the fastball low. So it's a walk. First one drawn today for Bowling Green. That's the sort of situation where you say, what could have been with 2 on and nobody out possibly, if not for the pickoff.
Hey, you would have had 2 guys on there, one with 21 stolen bases. You know, Archer's down there with 18 stolen bases, would have had the middle of the lineup coming up, but, you know, back to work here for the Falcons. Cole's got to really focus on that 1 pitch, 2 out, get a ground ball here to DeGiorgio.
Instead, Ryan Johnson drives it high in the sky to left. Slight comes charging in and grabs it. There's 2 gone.
That's 2 really nice plays this ball game by Slight that, you know, seemed like a casual play, you know, just kind of a up to shoot fly balls in between him and DeGiorgio, and Slight took control of it early, called DeGiorgio off, was able to come in and corral it for an out.
Seeing some of the veteran plays today from Rutgers. Tomorrow is senior day. Final home weekend day games for the Scarlet Knights, and so they're going to honor 14 different guys who are in their 4th year of college ball or later. And all told, there's a couple of guys who were honored last year who came back. DeGiorgio is one of them. All told, there are 17 guys on this Rutgers roster that are in their 4th year of college or later.
Wow, that's a huge number. And see more of that in today's athletics, you know, with the pandemic and, you know, people continuing their career with, you know, into grad school. Just really big senior classes all over the country.
Chris Brito, one of them, listed as a redshirt junior. Jared Kolar's in his 5th season, grad transfer. As Kyle Gurney hits this over to short, DeGiorgio fields, guns it to first, and 3 outs for Kolar. He works through the 3rd scoreless. 3 scoreless innings for the 5th-year senior on the bump. Nice bounce back so far for Kolar. We go bottom 3. Rutgers bats coming right back to the plate. Playing its final home series of the season and taking care of business so far as Danny DeGiorgio swings at the first pitch and grounds out to 3rd. It's been the story of the day so far. First pitch swinging. Men's lacrosse plays in the first round of the tournament. Rowing at Big Ten championships. I mean, a lot going on as Nick Samillo wants the first pitch and he drives it to left center field. He's got his 2nd hit of the day and he wants 2. Around first, he's into 2nd in time. How about the wheels from the catch?
Yeah, the big guy running around there. Got hard 90 right out of the box.
Unable to swim his way around the tag. And Nick Samillo collects a double. So a 1-out base runner for the Scarlet Knights as Chris Brito comes to the plate in search of his first hit. And the slider looped in there for strike 1.
Brito's been the only Knight that's taken the first pitch.
And nearly half of the hitters across the 2 teams so far have swung at the first pitch. Forget about swung at the first pitch, have put the first pitch in play. As Samillo has to get back to 2nd. Andrew Abrahamowitz keeping an eye on Samillo.
Yeah, him and Johnson running a little game there versus the Scarlet Knight catcher, seeing if they can catch him sleeping.
Oh, 1 pitch to Brito. And missed it low at a ball and a strike.
It seems like Johnson, you know, they're kind of trying to hold him close there. He's playing really tight up the middle, and then he's kind of vacating the bag and getting back over to shortstop late, right before Abrahamowitz delivers.
All right, he comes home with a 1-1. And he missed it outside. A whole bunch of graduations throughout the week. Jersey Mike's Arena has been bustling with graduations. Today, some of the graduate students. Yesterday, students from the School of Communication and Information. Next week, Arts and Sciences. A big one, obviously, Sunday at the football stadium. Brito taps it foul. You know, there's a lot of things going on for these students, these student athletes, to try to block out a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, this is a 100% headache weekend for Coach Owens and his staff. I mean, you have a non-conference opponent in town in Bowling Green. You have guys that are graduating. You mentioned 17 seniors. They're graduating. People's families are rolling in. You got all activities all over campus, athletically, graduation, academically.
Swing and a miss. Andrew Abrahamowitz strikes out Brito for the second time today.
You know,
Evan Slant will try to drive in Nick Samillo from second. Abrahamowitz looking to get out of another jam. As this one is pulled on the ground to the right side. Nice grab by Fugit. Knocked it down but couldn't field it. And safe at first. Slight beats it out. Boy, it looked like Justin Fugit was going to be able to scoop that off the turf. But it knocked off his mitt and it gave Evan Slight enough time to beat it out.
It gives Slight credit. He ran a hard 90 down there. You can just see him get out of the box right here. He's going hard the whole way. And Fugit does a nice job getting in the hole. It just ticked away and didn't have enough on it.
So it's runners on the corners now as Samillo goes to third on that. And now Tony Santamaria at the plate as he takes ball one. Rutgers scored 3 runs in the first. Mentioned the DiGiorgio RBI double. Nick Samillo on the next pitch hit a 2-run home run. In the second inning, Jordan Sweeney had a 2-out solo shot. Looking for more. That's fouled back.
And that's a good job there again. Abrahamowitz has done a nice job mixing up his pitches. He's gone, a nice job with his fastball. His off speed's been good. He's been pitching to his arm side of the plate, the glove side of the plate. And Rutgers has just done a nice job, putting balls in play, putting balls over the fence.
Abrahamowitz set for 1-1. And he curled the slider outside. Abrahamowitz, you mentioned this earlier, Joe. He's a fastball, sinker, slider guy. And the key for him is to tunnel the sinker and the slider. And about 3/4 of the way to the plate, one goes one way, the other one goes the other way.
Right.
As this one is smacked to dead center. Krauss is back. It's over his head. It hops over the fence, and it's going to score another run. Samillo is in from third. Slight goes to third, and Tony Santamaria has yet another RBI. And Josh Kuroda-Grauer is at the plate. That's strike one.
And Knight's doing a good job, just extending the inning with contact. 2 outs, that ball in the 4-hole. Slight barrels down the line, gets on base, and next thing you know, Santamaria's hitting a ground rule double.
The pitch. And it's popped up foul. And Abrahamowitz gets to strike 2.
And the Knights have really, caused a lot of pain to the Falcons with their 7 hits. 2 home runs, 2 doubles, 5-0 lead. Nothing really self-inflicted.
That's been good contact off Abrahamowitz as this one is pulled down the line, and it's a foul ball. Just wide of the line.
Yeah, just kind of hooked a little bit off the bat. I thought that may just kind of hug the line, but just kind of stayed in the air a little bit too long. And had a little hard nosedive foul.
Kuroda-Grauer trying to extend a 19-game on-base streak. Grounded out his first time up. Veteran pitcher Abrahamowitz ready for an 0-2. And we'll try it again.
KG, you forget that he's a freshman, in this lineup. He's had such an impact this year in a veteran lineup. And, he's done so much. I'm sure he's going to have a lot of accolades, with the Big Ten and in the region. As a true freshman, he's had a stellar year up to now.
Good battle here. As Josh Kuroda-Grauer lifts it high in the sky out to right center. Krauss and Archer converging, and it's Archer who makes the grab. And that'll end the 3rd inning. To the 4th. 3 scoreless innings for Jared Kolar. He's been economical too. 3 scoreless in 38 pitches. And the 5th-year senior will face the middle third of Bowling Green's order, Adam Furness, starting it off. As righty deals the first pitch high and tight for ball 1. So far, Kolar has allowed 4 base runners, only one of them on a hit, though. A hit batter, a walk, and an error. And that one misses low and away, 2-0.
Furness was the Falcon that got the base hit off of Encore there in the first inning with 2 outs, rolled one up the middle.
Yeah, now Kolar, I think for the first time today, falls behind 3-0. Takes a second to compose himself. Kolar will be one of those guys honored tomorrow on Senior Day. And that one's upstairs, ball 4. That's an anomaly for Kolar today.
Yeah, just kind of out of the blue. Nothing going on. We'll just walk Furness on 4 pitches. They get back to pitching in the stretch.
Number 7, Jack Krauss.
Now to bring up Jack Krauss. Krauss, the center fielder, struck out looking his first time, one of 2 strikeouts for Kolar. And he goes to the curveball, or strike 1.
And that seems what they wanted to do against Krauss in his first at-bat. He went curveball, fastball, curveball to clean up the at-bat looking. And looks like they want to attack Krauss with some off-speed.
Pitch. And this one is lifted well into right field. It's down for a single. Furness will try to go first to third, and he will do so successfully. Schieckhofer shows off the arm, but it's not in time. Krauss didn't hit it all that hard, but just enough to get it out into right field. And now Bowling Green has something set up. Runners on the corners and nobody out.
Yeah, Krauss kind of just tomahawked the high fastball there. And just kind of snuck out in the 4-hole, rolled out the right field. I thought that Giorgio did a really good job cutting this ball. Schieckhofer made a really strong throw. As you watch here.
Didn't even make it to right
field.
Field.
Just kind of end of the bat there, kind of capped it.
And Rutgers' middle infield was shaded up the middle to try to turn 2 in that instance. Now here's Nathan Rose, one of Bowling Green's best hitters, even though he's in the 6th spot. And Kolar starts him out with strike 1.
Yeah, Rose coming in, 333 on the year. He's done a nice job. 11 doubles, triple, 2 home runs. Does a nice job making contact. The Falcons, they just called a ball.
Wow, yes. So the run's going to score from third. Furness is in, Krauss goes to second, and Bowling Green has its first run of the day on a balk by Jared Kolar.
Yeah, we'll have to take a look at it. I'm thinking that Tony Giussani's saying Kolar didn't gain ground. I don't know.
So Krauss is at second as the pitch to Rose is sliced foul. Now, just to follow up on something you're saying, Joe, gain ground means as a right-handed pitcher, you've got to make a move towards first to throw over there, as opposed to just staying in the same spot on the mound and just turning your body to throw.
Right.
You've got to make a motion towards the base.
Has to go, yeah. He's got to go. It looks like he just kind of collapsed both his knees real quick and then just did a spin move without gaining ground.
Oh, that's a nice bounce back. 0-2 breaking ball for strike 3. And Jared Kolar collects the first out of the 4th.
As a head, I mean, they're just always tough calls. You got a 3-man, 4-man crew here, and Giussani makes that call. I could see maybe that coming from the middle, not so much at first base. Starting to see our first signs of some raindrops, Dom.
We're going to have to go back to the forecast in a couple of minutes as Kolar takes a peek at Krauss over at second. And there's a solid chance of rain for the next hour or so in Piscataway. Maybe intermittent, but we'll see.
We'll have to check if we got halted game here in game 1.
That's Justin Fugit squaring to bunt, and it's bounced in front of the plate, ball 1.
The interesting thing about this series, it's old school series, single Friday, double header Saturday. with everything graduation, there'll be no Sunday ball game, so we'll have to check with Rutgers officials if this is a halted game. If this game was to get rained out in the 6th inning, would it be an official game, or do they have to come back and play the rest of it tomorrow? That could affect if we're going to play 2 games tomorrow. So, again, we have turf here, and the hitters are, kind of swinging the bats early, and it counts. 2 guys are throwing strikes, but we'll have to see how this plays out.
Kolar set for a 1-1. And Fugit fouls it back.
Don, we were talking about the umpires. We can set the crew here for the weekend. You got long-time umpire Joe Cruz behind home plate. Was a Big East, Big Ten official for a long time. Tony Gisandi down at first base. Thomas Galdolfo in the middle. And Scotty Davis manning third base today.
This one's whacked to right by Fugit. Schiekhofer is back at the fence, and it's gone. Justin Fugit jacks a 2-run home run. Just his 3rd home run of the season. Bowling Green is back within 2.
It's a great job by Fugit. I mean, the ball is really hopping out of here to right field again. Much like Sweeney's home run, I thought the balls were well hit and were going to be a problem, but both of these wind up in the duck ponds out in the right field. And we can watch his swing right here. He gets it all. Fastball, middle in. Deposit that right over the NCAA banners. 5-3 ball game.
And now Tyler Haas. And he takes low and in, ball 1. So it was 3 scoreless for Jared Kolar, but now a walk, a single, a balk, and a 2-run home run. That brought Bowling Green right back in this. And that's strike 1.
It's a good job by Bowling Green's offense continuing to grind. Again, that's the strength of their team. His offense, they're able to put up numbers.
That makes it a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Once again, Jared Kolar goes to some of the slower stuff. That's how he's gotten his 4 strikeouts. And now there's 2 away.
Yeah, he's done a really good job late in counts, just kind of throwing that little flip curveball right over, and Falcons have swung through it. Put a lid on this inning right here.
And it's the 9-hitter Adam Fallon, who was hit by a pitch his first time. As Kolar goes curveball, 0-1.
We mentioned Fallon, a respectable hitter here in the 9-hole, hitting .311. 21 of 23 stolen bases on the year. Truly is your second leadoff man. He can kind of get on base and cause a lot of havoc.
1-1. Now, curveball's been able to go in for strikes. He's thrown it low in the zone to get chases, and he's thrown it belt high like that. Kolar gets ahead 1-2. Trying to end this 4th inning. His pitch. Again, curveball, but this time Fallon fouls it off.
Yeah, that's been his best pitch all day. 12-6, he throws that high. A lot of times you don't get that umpire to grab that high 12-6 curveball. It starts out of the zone and just kind of nicks the top of the zone. It's really tough on hitters.
All right, he deals and went fastball that time. Strike 3. Now a couple of strikeouts for Kolar and the top of the 4th. But Bowling Green battles back. They score 3 runs on just 2 hits, including the 2-run home run. Strikeouts, yes, but Justin Fugit's 2-run home run, a big reason why the Bowling Green Falcons are only down by 2. Got a ball game on our hands as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Andrew Abrahamowitz gets a pick-me-up from his offense in the form of 3 runs. And now the righty will get back to work after giving up runs in each of his first 3 innings, trying to post a shutdown and give his team a chance. Richie Schieckhofer is the first batter that Abrahamowitz faces. As he curls in a slider, 0-2.
Yeah, it's been an odd start for Abrahamowitz. I mean, he's given up 5 runs. He's only thrown 45 pitches. He was down 5-0. His offense, kind of struck gold for 3 runs that last inning for him. He's just kind of out there trying to compete and, find his way, deep in a ball game here. I mean, it looked like he was going to get run out of here in the first 3 pitches of, the game.
1-2. And now Schieckhofer lifts it high, but it's curling foul, and it's going to get out of play.
That looked like that ball was going to be way out of here off the bat, and just like the wind just pushed that thing foul. Some really strong contact there for Schieckhofer.
One, two. And now it's fouled off the other way.
And both pitchers here today have just really pounded the strike zone. Just, have been around. We haven't seen, Kolar had that one kind of odd ball at bat last week where he walked on 4 pitches. Both guys have just really pounded the strike zone.
That just missed. Abrahamowitz trying to get a frame there.
Yeah, Bowling Green's dugout wanted that. Joe Cruz didn't grab it. He balled it.
Next pitch. That's a good battle here between a couple of veterans. Both guys are in their 5th year of college. Abrahamowitz, this is his final year of eligibility. Schieckhofer could have one more next year if he wants it. He's got that extra year left. 2-2. Now this is lifted, and again it's going to curve foul. It's the second time that Schieckhofer has pulled one that sounded like it, but was not a home run.
Yeah, I mean, the ball's been flying to right field, so, I mean, guys that have been able to kind of keep those balls fair have found those balls go over the fence.
Here comes the 8th pitch of the battle. And it's bounced.
And the tough thing here for Abrahamowitz is, you got a guy like Schieckhofer. I mean, this is going to be his 9th, 10th pitch that he's seen in this at-bat. You make a mistake here, he's going to deposit one in the duck pond.
Yeah, pitch number 9. And again, it's low. So Schieckhofer was behind 0-2 quickly, but battles all the way back, fouled a bunch off. And he's got results in a walk. Now Jordan Sweeney, who homered off of him his first time, this is strike 1.
Yeah, Sweeney did a good job with 2 strikes, seeing a ball deep. Drove that thing out over the 1950 banner in right field.
This one's hit well. It's right up the middle. Actually, Karem's off the bag, and it allows Schieckhofer to head to third. Wow. Jordan Sweeney slammed it off of second base, and instead of heading right to the center fielder, Krauss, it Karemed into the alley, and Schieckhofer goes first to third. Rutgers set up for an answer here in the bottom of the 4th.
Yeah, watch this. Things are going Rutgers' way when this happens. At first, I thought it may be a double play off the bat. Then it was just going to be a single first and second. Bing. That thing kind of makes a hard left and allows Schieckhofer to get to third base first. Guys up in the bullpen here.
Yeah, Ryan Lasko is a guy that can make Bowling Green pay. He has been as hot as it gets at the plate. And that includes his single, his first time up. 1-0. And this is hit and it topped over to short. Could be 2. To second for 1. On to first. It is 2. Now the run does score as Schieckhofer is in, but Lasko bounces into a 6-4-3 double play. And Bowling Green trades the run for 2 outs.
Yep.
So now the bases are clear as Danny DiGiorgio comes to the plate. He tried to check but couldn't. Strike 1.
Yeah, Abrahamowitz there, just a hard 4-seam fastball on the outer half there. Kind of fooled DiGiorgio.
Pitch. Again, tried to check, and again, it's a strike.
You call that, Cruz call that on the swing, I guess?
I think so, yeah.
Nice little slider there.
Again, I go back to the tunneling with Abrahamowicz, the sinker and the slider. 0-2, and Giorgio flicks it foul.
Yeah, Abrahamowicz certainly has really good stuff. You know, you had mentioned it right off the get-go, Dom. This guy has pitched better than what his numbers have shown, and he's coming off his most effective starts of late. But he has really good stuff, good composure, battles.
Pitch. He buried that one.
I mean, for everything that's gone wrong for the Falcons and Abrahamowicz early in this game, this guy's a cool customer out there. You wouldn't even know what the score was if it wasn't posted on your TV screens.
2-2. That's the kind of veteran poise that Bowling Green was looking for. Kyle Halleck, the second-year head coach, said he wanted to put Abrahamowicz in this spot because he's a fifth-year guy with 200 innings. Going on the road at a ranked team. This is a big deal for Bowling Green to get to play this series at Rutgers. And even though it's been 6 runs allowed by Abrahamowicz, wanted a guy who could try to stay calm in this moment. Here comes a payoff. Swing and a miss. Abrahamowicz went back to a full count, but was able to get the strikeout of DiGiorgio, and that ends the 4th inning. But once again, Rutgers scores a run. They do it on the double play ball off the bat of Lasko. Abrahamowicz has 3 Ks. We go to the 5th. Scarlet Knights are back in front by 3. To clinch a share of the Big Ten title before it even gets to next weekend, where Rutgers will go on the road to play Michigan. The magic number is 3 to clinch a share if Maryland ends up in second. But Iowa and Illinois are still in the mix for the Big Ten title. As this one to Nathan Archer is hit high out to right. Schieckhofer at the warning track. It's over his glove and gone. Nathan Archer, the freshman, starts off the 5th inning with a solo home run. The Bowling Green bats are starting to wake up. Back within 2.
Yeah, it's just a jet stream out the right field right now. Again, solid contact. I didn't think that was going to be in the duck ponds. I mean, Archer came in the weekend with 7 home runs as a true freshman, make it 8 home runs. But right now, anything hit the right field in the air is just blowing out of here. Really solid contact. Fastball down and in. Boom, Archer didn't miss it. Bowling Green just hanging around here, Dom.
And now Ryan Johnston at the plate. And strike 1. Second home run in as many innings for the Falcons. As Johnston gets under this, hits it way up in the sky. Brito there, and that's the first out. This is a Bowling Green team that does not hit a ton of home runs. We've talked about how they prioritize small ball. They lead their conference in stolen bases and sacrifice bunts because their head coach Kyle Halleck said, we're not like Rutgers in that we have home runs on demand. Got to manufacture things sometimes. Not so far, the home runs have accounted for 3 of the 4 Falcon runs. And now Kyle Gurney has some good contact to center, but Ryan Lasko able to slow up and catch it. Now 2 quick outs.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we're here in the 5th inning. We've seen Bowling Green put 4 on the board. We haven't seen any part of their running game. We haven't seen them attempt a bunt. And it's just been power numbers. They've just come in here in New Jersey and really barreled the ball up.
Yeah, it's a good point. 4 runs on 4 hits for the Falcons. Typically, that's a Rutgers theme, having as many runs as they have hits. And now Adam Furness is back at the plate. It's been on both times.
And the thing, Dom, that you mentioned, I mean, it's a big series for, you know, the Falcons. I mean, Bowling Green, I mean, they're coming in 16-30, but, you know, they truly grew up in Big Ten country, most of these players. You know, they're used to playing Big Ten teams, you know, each week, you know, whether it's Ohio State or trips to Michigan State or Iowa. You know, these kids grew up, they have a little chip on their shoulder.
Off the end of the bat, DiGiorgio fields it, throws to first, and Furness is retired for the first time today. But the 2 teams exchange runs. Rutgers got one in the bottom of the 4th, scored at least a run in every inning. Some of that coming back in the first inning on Nick Samillo's 2-run home run. And Samillo leads off the frame. Chris Brito and Evan Slight will follow. He taps that foul, strike 2.
Smillas got off to a great start this weekend. As you mentioned, he hit a home run in the first, hit a double in the third. These guys put together quite the year.
And he scored 2 of the runs. And he pulls this towards the shortstop, and Johnston can't play it. 3 for 3. Have to see if Nick Samillo's got a triple in his legs today. That's the only thing he needs to get a cycle.
There's a lot of baseball here left today for that to happen.
Speaking of Brito, there he is. All 2 triples in his career and coming up on 150 RBI. 30 home runs, too, by the way, for Brito. Redshirt juniors being honored on senior day tomorrow. He's 5th in program history in dingers, and everybody above him in program history made the big leagues.
Yeah, that's a great list to be on. Wow, 5th.
He just got hit, and right on the elbow guard, it looked like. So he'll take first, and Rutgers has 2 on to start the bottom of the 5th inning.
This is the first sign of real trouble we've seen.
Slight has a single in 2 tries. And the pitch from Abrahamowitz is a strike. Nice way to start the plate appearance. 0-1.
Abrahamowitz, the kid just continues to battle. He just, again, working really off of 2 pitches, that little 2-seamer and a slider.
I mentioned he's a veteran. He's also got that coach's kid sort of mentality, too, and the way that he's been around baseball for a long time. Dad Adrian's coached for several years. Slight's bunting here, now pulls back as that one's bobbled by Haas. Everybody stays put. Counts 1-1.
That'll speak to a lot of his composure. Again, like I said, you wouldn't know if he was in a nothing ball game or 6-4 game in the 5th.
They called that last pitch a strike, so it's 0-2. I don't know. Didn't see it from here. I don't know if Slight made contact with it. Didn't get a chance.
Cruz may have
called
said he offered.
Yeah. Now here's the 0-2. And Slight fouls it off. Yeah, Abrahamowitz's dad is actually retiring this season. He's been the head coach at Oberlin College, Division III school in Ohio, for several years. Was Andrew's coach in club ball when Andrew was a kid. He's a veteran. He's been around baseball for a long time. Can he navigate himself out of this 5th inning unscathed, keep it at a 2-run difference? I missed outside.
Well, we'd like to send a congratulations to Coach there on a really successful long career. So he's retiring from the college ranks. Have to take a peek and see if they're in postseason play or they're finished up. A lot of Division III baseball finished this weekend in their postseason.
This is pulled foul, just wide of first. Yeah, tough season for Oberlin. Played their final series this past weekend. Andrew's dad, Adrian, spent 18 years there. I believe it was a dozen years as the head coach. That led him to their only NCAA appearance.
Nice.
2 on, nobody out. The pitch. Strike 3! Under the hands.
Roll ground ball here. Santa Maria will be touched to double up, but that's where his focus needs to be, down in the zone. Get him to.
This one's checked back to the pitcher under Abrahamowitz's mitt. There's one out to first safe. Not a double play. Santa Maria just barely beat it out, and now it's Bowling Green incredulous at the call.
Late.
He swings to the first pitch. It's a foul ball as it goes back to the screen. Strike 1.
Let's see here if KG can extend the inning with an RBI.
Now we talk a ton. We've done that all season long about how Josh Krauss has played like a lot more than a 19-year-old freshman. Now, Steve Owens a couple of weeks ago on his podcast said he doesn't trust anybody more on this team with less than 2 outs and a guy on third than Krauss. As this one is hit right back through the middle. There's an RBI single. JKG shows up once again. An RBI in the clutch. Rutgers back in front by 3. And now Richie Schieckhofer is at the plate. He drives this the other way towards the line. Fallon's got a long run, slides and drops the ball. Had it in his mitt but couldn't handle it. 1 run is in. Krauss in behind Santa Maria. 2-run score on the drop fly by Fallon, who had a difficult play by the line. Rutgers now in front by 5. Oh, what could have been there for Bowling Green.
Yeah.
Rutgers with quite a 2-out rally here as the raindrops come down once again as well. And Sweeney swings and misses at the slider, strike 1.
Yeah, the weather just dominant. It's that atmosphere. You just think it's just going to explode here with a rain shower. Got the cool breeze coming in. Raindrops are a little bit bigger.
Again, it's quite a humid afternoon. It's going to be like that all weekend long. Same story Sunday, too, unfortunately, with commencement here at Rutgers. By the way, they give Richie Schieckhofer a double, so he gets a pair of RBI for that as well. Up to 32 on the year. 0-1. And Sweeney slams this to right center field. Archer tracks it towards the fence. It hangs in the sky, and he gloves it. Boy, that hung in the air for, what, 5 seconds?
That was a ball I thought was out of here off the bat. It's found a way to stay in the park.
Jack Krauss is the first batter that French will face, and he takes strike 1. Krauss, then Nathan Rose, and Justin Fugit are the batters. Fugit had a home run in the 4th inning. 0-1. And this one's driven foul the other way.
And again, Bowling Green, we talk about them coming in out of conference play. They got nothing to lose here today. You know, their strength of their team is their offense, and they can kind of freewheel it right now. Just continue to battle and look to put numbers up.
0-2. This one's pulled down the right field line. Schieckhofer sprints at it, but it carries out of play.
Again, ball's really popping out the right field.
Wind's blowing in that direction, and the rain is coming down a bit more steadily now. Something to watch out as we continue on. We are an official game at this point, though. Now you can look at the trees behind home plate. You can see them bustling around. Missed outside.
Frenchie's quick worker. Works off his fastball again. When he's going good, he's able to go to both sides of the plate with it.
Missed outside. Did he offer? No. Krauss able to pull back. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
A hard 2-seamer down and away. Just ran off the plate at the last second.
The right-hander deals. And this one's tagged to right center field. Lasko having to circle around it. It one hops over the fence. Jack Krauss has a ground rule double. And Bowling Green right back to the bats. They got behind 5-0 early, but since that point, they've been able to exchange runs with Rutgers.
There's nothing wrong with Bowling Green's offense. Some nice-looking players in this lineup. If French went to a slider there, just left it right in the middle of the plate. Ball hopped out right over into the duck pond. Everything to right field's getting out of here.
So Krauss collects his 13th double of the season, and now Nathan Rose is looking for his first hit of the day. A chance to drive in Krauss. He pulls this fair down the line. And they do the job. It rolls into the corner. Krauss around third. He's going to score as Nathan Rose chugs in his second in front of the throw. He's got an RBI double.
Nice hustle play there. Ball scorched down past Santa Maria. Santa Maria's playing in and off the bag. You can see this ball's just smoked right here. Hard hit. Ooh. Handcuffed Santa Maria a little bit. Scores a run easy. Nice job by Slate getting there, corralling that, and making a play at second. You know, with this rain, this turf becomes slick. Always have to worry about sliding over the base there.
And now Justin Fugit, I mentioned that home run he had his last time up. He loved one of those once again. He swung that ball into the grass, into the trees over the right field fence.
Ponds,
made it
the
duck
duck
ponds.
ponds.
Yeah, I didn't want to take your terminology.
You can use
You
it.
got the beer gardens in one direction and the duck ponds in the one direction. I got to be original. Use the thesaurus a little bit at least. But when he drove it to right field, made it a two-run game. Rain really coming down now, by the way. As that one misses ball one.
Yeah, Fugit showed bunt there. I think we're past the part of the game where we're looking to bunt. We got timeout by French, wants a new ball. I went out there one day and saw those duck ponds. Don, we were taking BP, and I don't know, maybe been graduation weekend. For some reason, we took BP first and Villanova. Rutgers hit second. I walked out there. I was talking to Fred Hill about it. Saw like 6 ducks.
Well, that was my biggest question. How many ducks were in the pond? 1-0. 2 balls and no strikes. Folks are starting to head for some cover. No indication from our umpires that we're thinking about halting play. French has fallen behind 2-0. Back-to-back doubles to start the inning for Bowling Green. There's a check swing. It's a strike. 2-1.
And this is the good and bad with this turf technology in college baseball. You know, nothing gets rained out. I mean, the turf's going to be, you can play in all kinds of conditions. I mean, you have a turf mound, turf plate. I mean, there's you know, no bringing the diamond dry back out like you did 15 years ago. It's just how long Joe Cruz wants to keep playing.
2-1's fouled back. Now, the one thing that for the umpires you've got to keep in mind is you get a bad patch of rain, you can stop play and then get back to action basically as soon as it's done raining, and you know, you give guys a couple of minutes to warm up. There's nothing this field needs once it's done raining to get back to action. And no indication yet. 2-2. Swing and a miss. French blazes one downstairs, gets Fugit to strike out, and that's the first out in the 6th.
That was nasty pitch here by French. Went to a hard slider down and in on the lefty.
Now batting, the catcher, number 6.
You could just swing over that, waved. Good job by Cimarella there, just kind of keeping that ball in front. Again, you know, we talked about the turf getting slick. Those, you know, anything off the turf now is really going to explode.
Now there's the weather. Temperature has dropped, humidity's gone up, and the rain is coming down. Hardest it has all day. Tyler Haas at the plate and floats it over to Brito, who throws to second. It's a double play. Haas hit a dying liner. Brito kept it off the turf, and Nathan Rose thought it was destined for right. He gets picked off as second, and Rutgers ends the inning.
That's a nice job there. Heads up by Brito. Just watch the veteran here. Goes down to the knees, glove it. Danny Giorgio just comes over. Gets the easy 3 unassisted 6 double play there.
Bottom 6, Ryan Lasko at the plate, and still Andrew Abrahamowitz on the hill. He's given up 9 runs on 11 hits, but he just threw his 82nd pitch. He's got about 20 more typically in the tank. And he falls behind Lasko 1-0. And now make it 2-0.
Yeah, it's been amazing. He's only, he started this inning with 81 pitches with, most of the Rutgers damage has been home runs and a lot of first pitch swinging.
This is a slow tapper to third. Rose was in, so makes for a short throw, but he throws it away. Lost it with the rain, and now Lasko breaks for second as that ball ends up in foul territory. It's going to go down as an error against Nathan Rose. Ryan Lasko standing on second to start the bottom of the sixth. But sometimes that's the little bit of push that an umpire needs, is to watch somebody make a play they typically wouldn't make, a poor play they wouldn't make.
Bowling Green still playing a game in the middle there. Veteran Johnson went over there, was looking for the pick play. Abrahamovich was late picking that up.
And another check on Lasko over at second.
I just think that Abrahamovich better just worry about the Giorgio. That would be his best play right now.
There is action warming up in Bowling Green's bullpen as well. Runners going now. Pitch is on the inside corner, and the throw to third is not in time. Ryan Lasko swipes third, his 9th stolen base of the season.
It's a good job by Rose down there just keeping that ball in front of him. That was destined to bounce out into the left field corner, would have cost him a run. But again, Lasko running there and had some contact there with Rose. And Rose did a nice job staying focused on catching the ball.
And pitch misses upstairs, so it's 1 ball and 1 strike against Giorgio.
Dom, the visibility in our new enclosed press box is diminishing.
Yes, dwindling quickly with the raindrops compiling. You see Isaiah Seidel warming up in Bowling Green's bullpen. Another dirt ball from Abrahamovich, 2-1.
Nice job by Haas keeping that in front. Both catchers have done a nice job dealing with balls down in the dirt, or the no pass balls, no wild pitches to this point.
Two one, and Giorgio fouls it off. How about the folks, by the way, behind the plate? Some of them wearing the orange and the brown, who've not only made the trek from somewhere out west, but battling through the rain with the umbrella.
Well, they get good practice in Ohio with this weather.
That's for sure. 2-2. That missed.
Just kind of on the border there of being a strike. Joe Cruz didn't do any favors there for Abrahamovich. Thought he could have grabbed it, didn't, balled it, 3-2 count.
Pitch. That's fouled off.
This kid really competes, man. Through everything that we've seen happen here today to Bowling Green and Abrahamovich, the guy just goes out there and just continues to compete and filling up the strike zone.
A battle here with the Giorgio. He's 1 for 3 today. Payoff. And it's sliced foul.
Again, you're starting to get to that high pitch count and 1 at bat versus one of the most dangerous hitters that Rutgers has. Make a mistake here, and DeGiorgio, he's going to make you pay with a ball in the gap.
One more time.
It's one of those things, Dom, I don't know where you go from here type thing for Abrahamovich. You throw him the fastball, you throw him the cutter, you throw him the slider. I don't know, you're going to throw a changeup 3-2. I probably doubt that. Haven't seen that all day. Go to the old fastball, see what he does with it.
Once again, DeGiorgio lifts it high in the sky to left center. Krauss drifting back, circling the other way, and makes the catch. Lasko does score on the long sacrifice fly. So give Danny DeGiorgio another RBI. Rutgers has 10 runs in 6 innings, back up by 5.
Yeah, I thought DeGiorgio got that. I thought that was going to be up in the beer garden.
Now Nick Simillo, this top three in the Rutgers order has been pesky. Simillo, the biggest thorn for Abrahamowitz. A triple shy of the cycle.
Yep. Simillo's looking for a corner or a gap right here.
Two 2-0. Now, it's been quite a year for Nick Simillo. Career highs across the board. Basically, you name the stat, and it's the best it's ever been for Simillo in his 4 years of college ball. Can't really get the green light on 3-0.
Why not? 10-5, you're 37-12. Give it to him.
That's on the inside corner. Good pitch there from Abrahamowitz for strike one. That's fouled back, strike two.
And you mentioned a solid career by Simillo. You know, this is a Manhattan Jasper transfer.
Yeah, the two additions from the other MAC, the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference, have been great for Rutgers. As Simillo drives it deep to left field. Forget about that. Another 2 home run game for Nick Simillo. 4 for 4 today. Senior weekend for the vet.
Hands through it on the board.
And now Burrito taps it to the left side, and he's going to reach first.
I think that'll do it for Abrahamowitz. I actually think the coach was coming out. And Abrahamowitz threw a quick pitch here. Burrito put a ball in play.
2 runs in the inning for the Scarlet Knights. This 6-run lead is their largest.
That little pick there almost fell down. Got a spike caught in the turf.
Chris Burrito will get a single for that as well. That's on the outside corner, 1-1.
Yeah, a little low 3/4 delivery there. Ball rushed up.
That's fouled off.
Yeah, Seidel, he kind of hides the ball there. I could see how he gets his 34 punch outs. Not an overly big guy. I wouldn't call him a submariner, just real low 3/4 delivery. Hides the ball well, and it just rushes up on you.
One, two. That's pulled through the right side. There's a single. Burrito trying to go first to third. He's able to do so. As Archer fields it by the line. Rutgers has run the bases really well today. They've hit the ball really well, too. Evan Slight has a single, his second hit of the day, and 13th for the Knights. And now Tony Santamaria, who's been on twice today, has an RBI and a run scored as well. Things really devolved at the end for Abrahamowitz. The home run, the sacrifice fly, the home run, and the single all came in quick succession, but wanted to button up something about Nick Simillo. His second 2 home run game in 6 games. As Santa Maria lifts this down the right field line. Archer in a foul ground, able to make the catch before he ran out of room. But Burrito comes in from third to score as the throw goes to second. And Slight able to advance as well. He gets in. A little slow to get to his feet, though. So score the run. Santa Maria gets an RBI. Slight advancing, and he's down on he's holding his knees a little bit.
So it turns out for an RBI.
And now Josh Kuroda-Grauer, the 7th Scarlet Knight, to the plate here in the 6th inning.
KG had a huge at-bat last time up. Had a 2-out base hit up the middle. Scored a run.
One-0. And Seidel misses low and away. Yeah, the hit by Kuroda-Grauer at that point was pivotal. At that point, Bowling Green's back within a couple of runs. And now we've got time called. Evan Slight's going to be pulled mid at bat. We're going to get a pinch runner there. Mentioned that Slight slid into second and came up a little limp. And now he comes off the field. He's in some pain, and Mike Neister will run for him. That's something to watch out for tomorrow. Evan Slight has been an everyday starter for the Knights in left. That's tap foul.
That's that's the last thing you want to have happen in a non-conference weekend in May. Everyday guy, kind of going down. Jogged off the field pretty good. Didn't have the best look on his face, but hopefully they'll get him some attention and get him back out there tomorrow or early next week.
Carter Grauer ahead 2-1. Neister leading off second, and now Seidel looks him back.
Bowling Green keeps forcing that play there. Johnson wants to control the runners there in the middle. Again, 12-5. I know last time that Slate stole a base, but Seidel might be better served to worry about getting KG out.
Pitch. This one slammed to center. Krauss didn't have to move a muscle, though, and makes the catch to end the sixth. So Seidel ends up getting the final 2 outs here in the 6th inning, doing enough to hold down Bowling Green. Garrett French in there for a 2nd inning of relief work. First batter is Adam Fallon, and he swings through that for strike 1.
A little pinch hitter action here, Dom.
Oh, yeah, pardon me.
Gavin gone, coming in 14. Hitting a $103 on the year, swinging first pitch. Fallon had that hard fall out there in left field. He may kind of hurt himself a little bit. Don't want to speculate, but
swing and a miss. It ends up being a very, very quick pinch hitting appearance. Well, we may see him once again. Gavin Ganun strikes out, and Garrett French has the 2nd strikeout of the appearance.
The right fielder, number 8.
French, good job there, just pounding the zone. That this Bowling Green's offense is, kind of answered a few times when Rutgers scored. Rutgers is able to put some distance between them and the Falcons. 7-run lead. Starting to get late.
I missed upstairs to Nathan Archer. And it's 2 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, French just, his plan would just, come in and pound the zone with his fastball. If he gets in a situation where he needs to go to his slider, he can, but
that's fouled off.
With the doubleheader tomorrow, I'd imagine, with French, is probably let him go as long as he can. I wouldn't imagine they'd be looking to bring him back tomorrow.
And French, what a great story, too. That's been talked about a ton over the last month or so. He's battled through a ton in his college career. A push bunt there, but Archer pushes through it. Strike 2. Now you look down at a roster, and it doesn't tell the whole story. Garrett French is listed as a redshirt sophomore because this is his 2nd season getting to play baseball. Before this, he missed back-to-back seasons, had 4 different surgeries to get back on the mound. Now, he nearly hung it up several times, dealt with a whole bunch of injuries to his right elbow, his throwing elbow. Several instances where he really thought his baseball career is done, but he battled through all of it. He's back on the mound, and he's getting to contribute to a team that could finish as the best in the program's history.
Yeah, no, I remember French out of high school. He was, pretty strong recruited player.
That's tapped over to first, and Brito wins the race to the bag. 2 gone.
Highly touted. I know that he was a big recruit under the Joe Laterio regime that they had bought in there. And you mentioned the injuries. I mean, the thing that people need to understand is the mental part of the injuries and just the amount of rehab and all the work that goes into just getting back on the field, and to have that happen to you twice. Some people just really don't have the mental toughness to handle that, and obviously French has, and he's battled back, and he's a huge contributor to, as you mentioned, one of the programs. Top teams.
It's Ryan Johnston. He swings over that 1-1. Garrett French, the initial injury was a ligament in his elbow torn off the bone and in half. Now think about that. And there he is on the mound, able to throw 90+ and able to contribute in college baseball games.
Yeah, I mean, he's really good stuff. I mean, he still has a really firm fastball. Slider's pretty nasty. Athletic kid. Yeah, tip my hat to him. I mean, like I said, a lot of people, they understand the injury, but they don't understand what it takes to rehab.
Johnston drives it high in the sky, right around second. DiGiorgio makes the call on the catch and ends a 1-2-3 inning for Garrett French on the mound. Bottom 7 here at Baton Fields. Rutgers offense has scored in every single inning. 3 in the first, then 1 each in the second, third, and fourth. And now they're rolling again on back-to-back innings of 3 runs a pop, getting it done with 14 hits. And Richie Schieckhofer has contributed to that. Isaiah Seidel deals, and Schieckhofer floats this to left field, charging and making a basket grab. That's nicely done out there and left by the new left fielder, Nathan Archer.
Out number 1.
And Jordan Sweeney releases that foul, strike 1.
Bowling Green, to this point, has had nothing go their way. Maybe that's the thing that'll turn this game around for them.
Now, Rutgers has been able to execute in nearly every big situation. They're 8 for 15 with guys on base today.
Those PlayStation numbers.
This one's a slow dribbler to third. Rose scoops, throws, and a nice stretch on the back end by Furness. Picking that out of the turf. 2 gone.
I tell you what, Furness really helped out his third baseman there. Rose had really had some struggles last inning. And
now here's Ryan Lasko. That misses upstairs for ball 1. It's funny, I just looked at third. It's number 11 playing at third base. I didn't see him get announced, but I believe that's Mason Montgomery now playing third for Bowling Green.
There you go.
That one missed the zone. Lasko 2-0.
Couple moves here by the Falcons.
Yeah, unless Nathan Rose screws some locks out of the back of his head and change his number. 3-0 now to Lasko, who's been on twice today. Has a single and a pair of runs scored. That's inside, ball 4.
Balled him on 4 pitches there. He just thought, Bowling Green was going to be able to have a clean inning. And more PlayStation numbers. I mean, it's crazy what Rutgers can do on offense. I watched this Lasko for 2 years when couldn't even begin to tell you how to get him out. Same with this guy here, DiGiorgio.
A runner breaks for second as that throw is not in time.
Yeah, no chance on that play.
Ryan Lasko has stolen his second base of the game. He's got 10 swipes this season.
Yep.
Truly 5-tool.
Oh, yeah. He could beat you a lot of ways. Certainly can't go out there and walk him on 4 pitches. Now again, if Rutgers is able to extend the inning now, it's probably going to be with an RBI.
0-1 to DiGiorgio. That's a top of the zone strike, 0-2.
And again, it's a credit to Steve Owens and Rutgers. I mean, their just offense is just overwhelming. I mean, it has really very little to do today with Bowling Green's pitcher. I thought Abrahamowicz just really competed his tail off the whole game. It's just Rutgers' offense is relentless. They have really good, solid ABs. You don't see Rutgers hitters expand the strike zone too much. You know, they'll take their balls, they'll take their walks. They can really make you pay. Balls in the gaps, balls over the fence. 1 through 9.
We've talked to so many coaches this season that have come in here to Baton Field, and they basically all say the same thing. 1 through 9, there's no holes. There's no easy spots. You can't try to pitch around one guy to get to somebody else because that somebody else is just as good as the first guy you just pitched around.
Oh, yeah.
Seidel looking to post a scoreless inning, and he does. Blew it past to Giorgio for strike 3. Bowling Green has a scoreless inning in the field. Start of the 8th inning, rainy day here in Piscataway, and you can see it on your screen. Visibility sort of low. Had some good rain come through here in the last hour or so, but playing through it. Rutgers offense has not been affected with 12 runs on 14 hits. Garrett French working his 3rd inning of work as Kyle Gurney, Bowling Green's best hitter, fouls that off quickly, 0-2. Now Rutgers and Bowling Green are opening up a 3-game series. They'll play 2 games tomorrow to wrap things up. First pitch scheduled for 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 10 a.m. Central, right back here on Big Ten Plus. Pitch from French. Swing and a miss. 3 strikeouts for French and 1 gone to start the 8th. Now Scarlet Knights doing well in this matchup with Bowling Green, but Joe, one of the bigger questions that I know folks are asking this weekend is, you see the strikeout, how are Rutgers and Bowling Green playing in mid-May? We asked that question to Kyle Halleck, Bowling Green's head coach, and he said, we put our dates on a website online, the open dates, and it's sort of like a dating website for college baseball programs to get lined up.
Yeah, it's a website, College Baseball Insiders. If you haven't been on it, I'd get on it. A lot of really good baseball information. So as a head coach, you're in May, and you get a conference bye, and it's, you know, your opponents around you. It's not like a Tuesday or Wednesday where, hey, I'll call Seton Hall or St. Pete's or St. Joe's. I mean, they're all in conference. So you put your dates out there, or you get on this website and you see what's open, and you begin that conversation. You know, very fortunate that, you know, Bowling Green and Rutgers were kind of in a drive spot. I'm sure Rutgers offered Bowling Green some sort of guarantee to come over here and play this weekend. I mean, there could be a return trip somewhere down the road. I would say it was probably more of a guarantee, and you make the phone call. And
a nice play by Santa Maria at 3rd. Burrito tries to scoop it, and he does on the slick turf. And Adam Furness grounds out 2 away.
And, you know, you put this weekend together. You know, we mentioned earlier, typically, you know, you see Bowling Green maybe in a Florida trip. I know when I was, the skipper of Villanova, we would go to different tournaments, and, you know, Bowling Green or an Akron or, Nebraska may be down there, and that game gets put together that way early in the season. Late in the year, these May buys, I mean, they're scheduling nightmares just because everything has to kind of fall in line to make this matchup happen. And even this weekend with graduation, you know, Bowling Green coming over here for, probably got in town sometime last night, maybe had a quick workout, and doubleheader tomorrow, and on the bus 6 o'clock back to Bowling Green, Ohio.
Yeah, no relationships between the coaches either. It's not like any of them have coached with any of the other ones. Kyle Halleck and Rutgers skipper Steve Owens got linked up and said, hey, let's play 3 games. And here we are. French ahead 0-2 on Jack Krauss. And a pitch. I missed outside. Yeah, the Big Ten and the MAC both have, because they've got an odd number of teams, 13 in the Big Ten, 11 in the MAC, they always have a team with a bye week during conference action, and so oftentimes the teams will play, but you rarely see the Eastern teams like Rutgers and Maryland play teams from the MAC. This one's pulled down the first base line, but it's foul.
And one of the things that the Big Ten, especially your Rutgers, your Penn State, Maryland a little bit, was the Big East had an odd number of teams for the last couple of years. And so they were able to match up. But then Connecticut came back into the Big East, so they have an even amount. So they kind of lost that travel, that conference that they were able to pair up with.
1-2. And French lost it. Now, last weekend, I remember Illinois played Miami of Ohio. And some of those Big Ten traditional Midwestern teams, it makes more sense. But Rutgers needed an opponent. So did Bowling Green, and they said, sure, why not? Swinging strike 3. Garrett French, 4 strikeouts in 3 really quality innings of work. He was solid.
Yeah, he's outstanding. Just keeps pounding the zone right there. Total. And Samilla still has the cycle in play here. He's a triple away from it. So we get something down in the corner or something in the gap. Be a fun 10 seconds.
Doesn't have many in his career. And now it's an 0-2 count. Nick Samillo is currently in his 557th at-bat of his college baseball career. Only one of them ended in a triple. Does he have it here on 0-2 as Isaiah Seidel's back in for another inning of work? Pitch. And he fouls it back.
Guess you could say he's due, Dom.
Is that how that works?
I think that's right. He's due. Been 200 and some plus at bats since his last triple.
The pitch. It's tap foul. It's not going to do the trick. Talking to Samillo last weekend, found out something from him that stunned me. He had one offer coming out of high school. Manhattan, which is where he started his career, played 3 years there, and was a 2-time All-MAC pick before coming to Rutgers. One offer. Not anymore. Now this one's lifted to center. Krauss lines it up. Hanging high in the sky, makes the catch. Not a triple, it's a fly out, and there's one away.
Yeah, baseball recruiting's funny, especially up in the Northeast. You just...
Here's Chris Brito. He pulls this through the left side. There's another hit for Brito. Singles in his last 2 plate appearances, 2 for 5 day. And a one-out base runner.
Well, like I said, you see it all the time in baseball. Guys that go undrafted to play in the big leagues, or guys that are not highly recruited that have Hall of Fame college careers. It's just it's a lot that goes into it.
Mike Neister getting his first swings at the plate. Came in a pinch run for Evan Slight back in the 6th inning after Slight looked like he came up a little bit limp on a slide at second. That's a Rutgers team full of guys who were overlooked and under-recruited coming out of high school. Now, even I go to a guy like Ryan Lasko, who could be the Big Ten Player of the Year this year. Coming out of high school, Perfect Game had him as the 355th best player. He's not going to end his career as the 355th best college player.
Yeah, I mean, ratings are tough, and baseball not being a full scholarship sport, that you really have to budget your dollars. You're giving somebody 25%, and you're trying to over-recruit pitching staffs, and under-recruit certain positions. And, you know, again, I think kids from the Northeast, it's always been that way. You know, I think that they're undervalued by, you know, folks at Perfect Games and people that do evaluation prep reports that, you know, the kid from Florida or the Texas or the warm weather, California, those kids are always going to get the benefit of the doubt or maybe overhyped. Where the kids in the Northeast, they're just not playing as much. They're not exposed as much. You know, high school baseball is in such a small window that then you're getting right into travel ball. And you can find some real gems up here in the Northeast. I mean, sometimes, you know, when you get a chance, watch a Major League All-Star game and see where all those guys come from. You know, you'll find a lot of players from the Northeast in All-Star games.
Wow, strike 3. Little slider that snuck over the inside corner. Meister started to swing but pulled back, and even despite that, Joe Cruz called him out on strikes.
Yeah, just kind of crowded him, a little two-seamer in and hard. That ball just rushed in on him.
Chris Brito just broke a third of the way towards second and had to scamper back.
Interesting.
Was he going on first motion? He's 4 for 4 this year on stolen base attempts. And the same looking slider there from Seidel, strike 1. Now, worth mentioning, too, while we're on the topic of under-recruited guys, and Bowling Green, team in the Midwest, a mid-major school full of guys looking for a chance.
Yeah, Bowling Green had one of the all-time greats. We were kind of talking about that before the game, Dom. Oral Hershiser was a Falcon.
Cy Young Award winner in his time with the Dodgers. That's a program that has produced several big leaguers. The most recent one is John Birdie, who is a utility guy for the Marlins. Roger McDowell, who pitched for the Mets, came out of Bowling Green. That's where he learned how to spit. 0-2. High pop-up, foul ground first base side. Furness by the fence makes the catch. That'll end the inning. A nice job to close the game out here by Isaiah Seidel. Rutgers scored runs in each of the first 6 innings, but first of 3 this weekend. Garrett French came in to start the 6th inning, hasn't left. He's retired the last 8 batters he's faced as well. And looking to close it out, but that interrupts it. On the first pitch of the 9th, Mason Montgomery gets hit by a pitch.
Yeah, Frenchie's trying to go for the 4-inning save here. Be his 3rd on the year if he can get it. Just kind of ran a little two-seamer in there.
The second baseman, number 26, Justin Huggins.
Hit batter to start the inning.
French in search of his 3rd save of the season. Justin Fugit takes at the top of the zone, strike 1.
Yeah, just come up, fill the zone up. Try and induce a ground ball here. Both relievers done an excellent job slowing down this game. I thought we were heading for 20 runs at one point.
Yeah, when French came in, ball game was close, and Bowling Green had scored 4 runs in the previous 2 innings. He's held them to 1 run over 3 innings.
All right, done a nice job.
I missed that outside, 2 balls and 1 strike.
And I know that, you know, everybody's really pulling for French to get this save here in the Rutgers dugout. Just, you know, we discussed it, his long way back from injuries, and he's doing exactly what Coach Owens wanted him to do on a Friday game with a Saturday doubleheader. It was just
hit down the left field line. Long run for Neister, slides and couldn't make the catch, and ends up hitting the sidewall at the end of the slide as well.
Yeah, good to see he's okay. He ran a long way and hit the wall here pretty hard. Again, took a dive on the turf. It's slick, and it really propelled him into the wall.
Neister came in for Evan Slight, who left with injury sliding into second base. Wow. French recovers after knocking down the ball, and it's a 1-6-3 double play. Rutgers down, or Bowling Green down to its final out.
Yeah, it looked like everybody kind of froze there. I think that ball was hit a little bit off the end of the bat. It looked like it was hard right off of it.
His first pitch is a strike to Tyler Haas, the catcher. Base is empty, 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. Garrett French looking to close it out. And misses upstairs, it's 1-1. Scarlet Knights with 3 runs in the first inning, scoring in each of the first 6 innings, leading 12-5.
Knights scoring 3 runs on 3 pitches in the first inning, Dom.
Yeah. Lasco a single, DeGiorgio a double, Samilla a 2-run home run. Haas pops this up, carrying to right field. Sheekhofer drifting towards the line, makes the catch, and that'll do it. Garrett French, longest outing of his career. A 4-inning save on his senior weekend. And the Scarlet Knights take game 1 of this series by the final of 12-5.